Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I have a message specifically for those of you with European ancestry or background. Before I get into it, I want to let you know that this might be a challenging topic for some of you to hear. But it's important, and my goal is not to hold back but to share the truth respectfully and from a place of love. First, let me be clear. I am not racist. My entire career has been about caring for others, regardless of their background. I've taken care of many of your family members' grandparents, parents, children, aunts, and uncles. I fed them, cleaned for them, and ensured they were comfortable because I believe that every person deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. This message comes from that same place of care and concern, not from hate. Now, I need to address my European listeners directly. It's time for you to step up and deal with the issues within your communities. Many of you consider yourselves spiritually aware, focused on principles of love and healing. This is admirable, and now it's crucial to put these principles into action. It's important to recognize that there have been long-standing issues in European communities, from the highest levels of power down to everyday interactions, that need to be addressed. For generations, there have been harmful behaviors and attitudes that have persisted, and they continue to affect not just your communities, but also many others around the world. In this new era, the age of Aquarius, we are seeing shifts that demand action and accountability. It's no longer enough to be passively non-racist, it's time to be actively anti-racist. The violence inflicted on melanated individuals, men, women, and children, has been extensive and heartbreaking. This cycle of violence and the resulting trauma have led to generations of pain and suffering, creating anger that often doesn't find a direct outlet. The real causes of this pain, those in positions of power, who wield influence and resources that were often taken unjustly, remain shielded while communities suffer. This history is well known, but knowing isn't enough. Action is required. Every time there is a report of violence, particularly when it involves someone in authority, like a police officer, taking the life of an innocent person of color, the wounds deepen and the anger grows. This isn't just about calling for peaceful protests. This situation has evolved into a form of spiritual warfare, where the stakes are incredibly high. As someone who comes from a place of love and understanding, I urge you not to let this negative energy perpetuate through your bloodline. It's essential to recognize the role you can play in making a change. Addressing these issues is not just about improving the lives of people of color, but also about healing your own communities by rooting out intolerance and promoting genuine equality. To those of you who are already taking steps towards these changes, your efforts are seen and appreciated. However, more work is needed. It's about educating yourselves and others, speaking out against injustice, and supporting policies and leaders who aim to dismantle systemic racism. Think about the legacy you want to leave behind and the kind of world you want to help build. It's about creating a world where dignity, respect, and justice are not just ideals, but realities for everyone, regardless of their skin color. In conclusion, this is a call to action for all my listeners with European roots. Take this message to heart and be part of the necessary change. It's not just a responsibility, but an opportunity to lead by example and show that the values of love, respect, and justice are truly universal. Thank you for listening, and let's work together to create a better, more equitable world. You need to be aware of the energy surrounding us and its impact on your friends and family. Black spirituality, a powerful and historic force, has often been misunderstood and feared by Europeans, but it is becoming more prominent today. This is a call to action for everyone involved or those who know people involved, but remain silent out of fear of judgment. It's time to speak out and be heard. Our community has faced divisions, which some believe weakens our influence. However, our spiritual strength is substantial, and it's essential to recognize this power. We are shifting away from the conventional European interpretations of spirituality and their depiction of Jesus. Instead, we are directly connecting with the core elements of creation, recognizing both the maternal and paternal energies that guide us. This movement is rooted in a demand for justice and a restoration of our rightful inheritance and birthright, something our ancestors have long awaited. They endured great hardships and injustices without receiving the justice they deserved. Now, we stand at a pivotal moment where we can change the narrative and honor their struggles. It's time to bring your community together, just as I am connecting with you now. Share these truths openly and discuss the spiritual consequences of maintaining the status quo. If we do not advocate for change, the spiritual ramifications could extend to our children and beyond. Understanding the spiritual potency of the Black community is crucial. This power should not be underestimated, nor should it be a burden anyone carries lightly, especially not on your or your children's shoulders. This is about acknowledging our depth, our history, and our potential to rise as a united force. To everyone listening, your voice is powerful, and your action is needed. It's not just about recognizing our spiritual authority, but actively engaging with it to foster change and bring about the justice our community has been denied for so long. As we progress, remember the strength that comes from unity and the importance of direct connection to our spiritual roots. This is not just a moment, but a significant movement toward reclaiming what has always been ours by right. We are not just asking, we are demanding that our voices be heard and our spirits recognized. Engage with this message, share it with those around you, and encourage them to join in this vital conversation. It's through these discussions and the acknowledgement of our collective strength that we can begin to see real change. Lastly, don't forget the power of community support in digital spaces. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment to help spread this message. Your interaction helps drive this movement forward, ensuring that our collective voice is heard far and wide. Let's keep the momentum going and make sure our call for justice and recognition isn't just heard but acted upon. Thank you for your time and attention. It's through your support and active participation that we can make a difference. I look forward to our continued efforts and the positive changes we will bring together. Talk to you next time.